Congratulations on making a decision to buy a house. That is exciting, but how much should you spend? Buying a house is exciting, but it's also very emotional. And sometimes emotional decisions lead to bad decisions, but I want to prepare you for something. The Bay Area can be a little bit more on the expensive side. So be warned and be sure you have someone working for you on your side. When you're buying a home, you're committing to a monthly housing payment. And the very first thing you should do before spending any time on looking at houses is sit down with a real estate agent, a lender, and determine your price range for what you're most comfortable with. Hello, I'm Joseph Bradley with eXp Realty. On this video, we're going to walk you through how to determine monthly payments that you'll be comfortable with and stay within your comfort zone. The first thing we need to do is start breaking down every cost associated with home ownership on a monthly basis. My advice is to work with the numbers backwards and come up with a monthly payment you feel comfortable with. The largest payment you're going to be making is to the bank each and every month. If you're obtaining a loan, you have a monthly mortgage payment that consists of both principal and interest. This will be a fixed amount based on the loan amount you have taken. A portion of it gets applied to the interest, and the other portion goes towards your prime or your principal each and every month. Your next expense is going to be your property taxes. Your property taxes are paid twice a year, but what you want to do is take your annual property taxes and divide that by 12. And that would be your annual expenses for the home. This way, when it comes time to pay that bill in November and April, you won't be hit as hard as trying to come up with the full amount. So let me give you an example. If you're buying a home for around $1 million, the average property taxes would be $12,000 a year, which means you want to put away $1,000 a month. So when it comes time to pay those taxes, you already have that $12,000 in the bank ready to go. The next expense you might want to consider is if you're in an area that has homeowner association dues, you might want to take into consideration, because these are dues that happen each and every month, whether the home is paid for or not. And so you want to be prepared and make sure you have this money included in your monthly expenses. HOA dues cover a lot of other things, and it depends on your association. They can cover things in the common areas such as pools, clubhouse, landscaping, insurance, and different things. But you always want to make sure that you read it in full and consult your realtor so you understand what the HOA covers. The last expense we want to talk about is private mortgage insurance, or commonly known as PMI. PMI is a monthly insurance charged in addition to your mortgage payment that is applied when you put down less than 20% or have less than 20% equity on your home. The other things to consider in addition to when you're buying a home is there's other expenses typically added on, such as cable bills, phone bills, and other things that you typically wouldn't have in an apartment setting. So be sure to take all your expenses, everything together, and sit down and create a budget that you can feel comfortable with. This is very important before you're going out, because I don't want you to stressing out when you buy a home. I want you to enjoy that new home you get. I hope this video helped you determine to come up with a reasonable price that would match your ideal monthly payment. If you need some additional help finding properties that make the match, or you just want to sit down and talk to one of us about what expenses and how to come up with this monthly budget, please feel free to reach out to me. My name is Joseph Bradley, eXp Realty.